The world is a messed up place. One minute you can be playing video games on a lazy Sunday. Next you're running for your life, trying not to end up like your parents. Gone. My parents now are part of the rebels, an association of people who refuse to conform to the norms of society. Our world was overrun by the media, or as we called it, them, as they're the reason why we created the organization. They brainwash citizens through mainly TV, but billboards or radios are also dangerous. Due to the brainwashing, people were unable to think for themselves. They worked and bought their products endlessly. Those who couldn't were forced to the streets, but the urge to buy didn't subside. Everyone became desperate and greedy. That's how the world was balanced at first, but then came war. The big men, top dogs who control the media, all aim for world domination. For a war, you need an army, and for an army, you need soldiers. What better way to make use of those in the streets than to use them for war? It was like any other night. My parents and the rest of the rebel group were spying on the city folk from a distance to find out exactly what was going on over there. Since the city was dangerous, rebels resided in the outskirts of the city, where there should have been no threat of being exposed to them, unless they came to us instead. Figures clad in black appeared in black sedans and started to snatch our people. My parents, being the leaders of the group, made their way to help them but stopped and looked at me. I was only 8 years old, but I could tell from their faces that that would be the last time I would ever see them. My mother told me to run while my father's back was turned to me. I hesitated, but I did as I was told. I ran until I couldn't anymore. A hand grabbed the collar of my shirt and pulled me into an old shack. It was dark. I couldn't see, and I was frightened. This is it, I thought. I have failed my parents. Lights flashed before my eyes, and a boy's voice told me to be quiet. I was met with bright blue eyes. An older boy was holding a flashlight and told me he had seen what had happened and went after me. He wanted to help me and told me that he's a rebel too, from a different part of town. He was alone. He patted me on the head and smiled a smile that made me feel safe. "What's your name, stranger?" he asked. "Sam. Sam Leatherjacket," I answered. "I'm coming back from a meeting with the rebels. We were discussing moving to a new location since more and more rebels have gone missing. And if that wasn't bad enough, the war has gotten worse. Soon there aren't going to be any more people left. Big brother is waiting for me at the shack. He took me under his wing and raised me when I had no one left to call family. He's not my real big brother. I just see him as one. We take turns staying at the shack so that we know where to find each other if something happens. Like the Snatchers. Snatchers work for the big man and they're the ones who took my parents away from me years ago. Big brother told me that those who are kidnapped are taken to the where the big man is, never come back. One actually did successfully escape, but he was brainwashed so he lost his memory.
What the hell happened to my place?
I searched through the mess and found nothing particularly missing except Big Brother. I called out for him and searched thoroughly for his whereabouts. I could not find any clue as to where he might have gone. I only guessed that the Snatchers might have got him. I thought it impossible at first, but there was no other explanation. Big Brother would never leave without telling me first. I have to warn the others that our leader has been taken. I was so angry at myself. I should have never let this happen. Whatever the cost, I had to get Big Brother back. This is this is my name.
You're Sam, correct? That was a rhetorical question. I already know who you are.
Who are you?
You poor, pathetic thing. You really don't know what's going on. I'm the big man.
You've been one creating all this mess. The war, the kidnapping, the brainwashing, everything. You even created them. And the Snatchers.
Sam, that is no way to address your superior now, is it?
Superior? How do you know my name? What makes me so special?
More like your bloodline. Leather jackets aren't affected by brainwashing. Haven't you noticed where we are yet?
The factory.
I took your parents through years ago and tried to brainwash them. But no matter how much of it was put in their body and their brain, no result. So since they refused to join forces with me, I had to kill them. Pity, they would have been such great use. I was able to extract from them they had a son, so I began to kidnap more and more rebels to fund the other leather jacket. No luck, but today was the day my snatchers got a hold of a man who knew one. I took a bit of an effort to brainwash him though. He was strong, but he was no leather jacket. So I sent him out to retrieve you, and he did. Just like a true leather jacket. You weren't affected by the brainwashing.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Big Brother turned into a snatcher? He was one of them. That means his memories are...
You know what was weird? The guy only talked about how he failed you and some other nonsense during the brainwashing process. What a loser!
That was it. That was the final straw.
How could you? Computer.